Sup, it's Hallie. Welcome back to our castle walls. On the last episode, we were introduced to Asperger's MC, and he enjoyed the club in true MC fashion, regardless. And he's already taken an interest in Yuri, so we will see how things go. And right now we're in Monica's perspective, and you can tell because of the little green ribbons.
I reach into my bag, pull out my poem, and hand it over to him. Reality. Turning like a cog in a machine. As time is a concept, reality can be shaped to what we see. Running like wheels on a track, as the passage of time continues, reality always goes forward, no matter what anyone says. Time is an illusion. As we exist at every possible moment at the same time, we only see one at a time. Reality can be whatever we want it to be.
I think that was a original poem. Like a poem they wrote, not an original game poem. I don't remember if it's an original game poem. Apparently, Hallie didn't have much to say about that. 341 p.m. What in God's name did I just read? There we go, now we're getting his perspective. This looks like a mental throw-up on paper.
So, what do you think?
This is like if you spill a bowl of oatmeal on a piece of paper and take a cookie cutter and haphazardly make your own impromptu.
Him?
Monica then starts poking my left shoulder, breaking me out of my trance. Wah! Oh, what did you say again? It feels like I'm being trapped in a logic loop.
I asked you what you thought of my poem.
Man, how do I put this into words? Well, it seemed like a bunch of different topics, I guess, just slapped onto the paper. Isn't there a word for that kind of style?
I think the word you're looking for is freeform. Or thinking of is freeform. That kind of style has gotten pretty popular nowadays.
Freeform? Suddenly I'm picturing Monica dancing like Marge Simpson, and I hate every second of my life right now.
That is, a lot of poems have been putting emphasis on the timing between words and lines. When performed out loud, it can be really powerful.
I'll have to take your word for that one, Monica.
Anyway, here's Monica's writing tip of the day. Sometimes when you're writing a poem or a story, your brain gets to focusing on the point.
I'm looking over to Sayori's corner of the club room, where she spent most of her club time. It looks like Hera and Yuri are sharing poems right now. I wonder if reading time between me and Yuri was ever brought up. And also how the poster Sayori was coloring is coming along. I don't know if I was about to read that as poster, but yeah, it's early. You could cut me some slack. How am I going to explain to them that I forgot to bring a poem?
Go your hand and go with the flow. That's my advice for today. Thanks for listening.
Yes. Thanks, Monica. I didn't hear a word she said. Looking around the club room, okay, I see that Sayori and Yuri are still talking. They could possibly be talking about me and Yuri sitting next to each other and reading, but nothing too serious came out of that. Wait, if they're busy right now and I just spoke with Monica, that means... Oh dear Lord, please help me. It takes a few seconds of standing still, but I gather the courage to walk up to Natsuki, who is still caught over by the closet. I prepare myself for whatever beatdown she has prepared for me. Prepare. I did manage to unintentionally make her upset today, so I may as well just get this out of the way. I don't even dare try to make eye contact with her. Who knows what kind of fire she has stored in there. Hello again. She turns around to look at me and gives me a face that pretty much says, I don't want to put up with your crap right now.
Oh great, it's you again.
It's okay, just power through it. Well, I may as well tell you right now that I forgot to write a poem for today. I just realized that I have 2 more girls to tell this to. This is gonna feel like a walk of shame.
Howie, if you're not going to take this club seriously, then go home.
I can't help but look down in defeat. She does have a point.
I mean, seriously! How about putting some actual effort into this club?
This hurts just as much as I thought it would. Also, this isn't going anywhere. Maybe I should apologize for what happened earlier today? Look, Natsuki. I'm sorry I forgot to write something for today, and I also feel a little bad about ruining your manga time today. Her eyes perk up, but then descend back to where they were.
Fine, whatever, I guess. It's not like I wanted you to read with me in the first place.
What?
Anyway, I guess I gotta share my poem now or else Monica will make me.
She then forcefully puts her poem in my general direction, in which I carefully take it from her. Lord forbid I rip it and make her even more mad.
Once upon a memory. Does a feather remember it was once a bird? Does a book remember it was once a word? Does a pebble remember it was once a stone? Does a piece of paper remember it was once a part of a tone? Does a seed remember it was once flower? Does a minute remember it was once part of an hour? Does work remember it once play? Does night remember it was once day? Does a family remember it was once two? I don't.
Oof, that last line though.
Wait, what?
I like this. Seriously. Everything was sounding very promising, but then that last part comes in and stomach punches you out of nowhere. Good work.
Well, thanks, I guess. Everyone in high school stereotypes writing to be all sophisticated and stuff, so people usually don't take my writing seriously.
Well, sucks to be them. I can't believe you managed something like this with such few words. Good stuff, bro. Wait, I'm starting to sound like a kiss-ass right now. Maybe I should calm down a bit.
Right. I like when it's easy to read, but it hits you hard, like in this poem. Seeing everything around you be part of bigger things feels really bad at times, so I decided to write about it.
Ah. People have often told me that writing about how you feel can be really effective. Wait, maybe I shouldn't interrupt her like that.
But the other nice thing about simple writing is that the wordplay is much more important. Like, I set up for a rhyme at the end, but then made it fall flat on purpose. It helps bring out the feeling in the last line, and you're living proof of that.
I guess so. I find myself bringing my left hand to the back of my head again. It's something I subconsciously do when people direct anything to me. Wait, that doesn't sound right. Insinuate? Ah, forget it.
Me needs to be a pro. I'm glad you learned something. Didn't expect that from the youngest one here, did you?
Yeah, I suppose not. Good to know I'm not the youngest one here. Also, it seems like Natsuki's feeling better. Thank goodness. Thanks for showing me your work. I then nod at her and start looking around the room. I wonder what Yuri's up to. Oh? Looks like she's hanging out with Monica right now. That's fine, there's nothing wrong with that. My vision then averts away from Monica and Yuri, and they land on Sayori, who also seems to be looking around. I may as well then. With that, I proceed to walk over to her, fidgeting my hands to keep me sane. Ah, hey Sayori. I hope she isn't too upset from earlier.
Oh, hey, Hallie!
She sounds a bit monotone right now. I bet you any money she's still annoyed. Look, Sayori, sorry about earlier today, I simply forgot. And I also forgot to bring a poem in today. I end up looking slightly down, out of defeat, for the second time today. Third, maybe? She then proceeds to pat me on the head. Wait, what? Why?
Stop worrying, Hallie. We all make mistakes. How'd you forget to write a poem? Did you stay up all night watching anime?
Gah. No, I swear. I try looking directly at her for a bit, but I end up with an averted gaze after about a second or two.
Don't sweat it, Hallie. Are you enjoying your time in the club?
Why is she asking me this? Oh, right, she said she's the vice president. Besides what happened earlier, I'd say I'm having a decent time.
Well, that's good.
Ah, much brighter, Sayori. This is more like it.
Now then, you'll read my poem, right? Don't worry, I'm really bad at this.
I'm confused. Why would she say that? Of course I'll read it. Monica said something similar today, though. Looks like Sayori's smile has vanished.
Monica said what?
I don't feel like explaining this right now. Ah, never mind. Let's see what I'm getting myself into.
Dear sunshine, the way you go through the blinds in the morning.
Is this one actually just vanilla? Hold on. No, yeah, that's the same one as vanilla. I'm not reading it! Yeah! I can't help but smile at the end of Sayori's poem. Good job, Sayori, I like this. This almost reminded me of what Natsuki showed me earlier today.
What? You and Natsuki shared already? What's so similar with mine and hers?
The ending of both of yours, how they're quite different from the main idea of your poems. Yours literally and hers is hers in a, moral kind of way, I guess. I hate trying to think of words. Words are hard.
I guess I'd never thought of that. Natsuki usually likes to write about cute stuff. But don't tell her I said that.
Right. Hey Sayori, if I might ask, who is this Sunshine supposed to be?
Someone in the anime club.
Oh, so that's where our regular MC got off to. The anime club, huh? I wonder why he isn't a part of this club.
Because he's an insensitive jerk. I tried telling him about it, but he said he wasn't interested.
Suddenly a light bulb clicks on in my head. Oh, I know. Why don't you show him the poem you wrote? I'm certain he'll like it. The face she's making looks like a billion more light bulbs clicked on in her head than mine.
That's a great idea. Thanks, Ellie.
Glad I could help. I'll see you around.
See ya.
With that, I step away from Sayori and start looking around the clubroom. Looks like Natsuki has just finished sharing with Monica, and is making her way over to Sayori. Hold on a second, I want to check the history real quick. Well, after I advance this steps, right? Okay, now, they managed to get it all on one line. I was wondering if it was doing the same thing that I noticed Poems of Death was doing, where they would have, like, a partial line, and then the rest of the partial line on a second line with no weight so that it appears instantly as the rest of the text pops in around it. Of course, I guess they could also just be, like, doing the thing where they erase a line that isn't supposed to appear in the history afterward. But that seems like it would be an awful lot of work for how often it's been doing lines where I have to press multiple times to get through them. But whatever, it's fine. Not wanting to be any more of a bother to her, I step even farther away from Sayori, continuing to look around. And in this instance, you would actually want any and more to be two separate words. I don't think it's quite correct whenever they're combined like this. I might be wrong. Sometimes grammar's weird. Hi, Yuri. Oh, Yuri isn't doing much over there. Let's go see her. And sure enough, she's hanging out all by herself. Once I've made my way over to her, I stand relatively close to her and wave to get her attention. Hello again. I wonder what she'll say about me not bringing in a poem.
Oh, hello, Hallie. Monica told me you forgot to bring in a poem today.
Dang, I guess Monica did tell her. Yes, I forgot to write one yesterday.
But how did you forget to write a poem, though? Monica even told us yesterday.
My mind is drawing a blank. I just don't know. I tried looking directly at her, but that doesn't last for long.
Oh, I understand. That's a shame. I wanted to see how you express it.
You can't even focus when she's talking to you, man? Come on now. Now is not the time for my hearing to go bad. I'm sorry, what was that last part?
Nothing.
Alright, if you say so.
Hallie, have you ever tried writing in the past?
It may look like I'm staring blankly at Yuri, but I'm actually reaching into the far depths of my mind to see if I ever have in my life. This continues for about 5 seconds. And nothing. Besides various papers and book reports I've had to write for school, I have not. Yuri seems to be lost in thought now. Does she overthink like I do at times? I wonder if...
Well, it appears that you have taken a look at everyone's writing style so far, have you not? I hope that everyone in the club has given you valuable advice on how to write. Natsuki can be a little bit biased, though.
Honestly, that sounds about right.
Maybe I shouldn't be talking about people like that. Sorry.
Look at her, thinking about others. How is this girl accidentally being so cute? Again. Ah, no worries. Is it okay if I read your poem now? That seems to have lifted her mood up.
Of course. I'm anticipating your opinion on it.
Aw, she looks so happy. I'm curious as to what she wrote today.
Ghost Under the Light.
They gave her a different font? Or is this the same font and they, like, increased its size? Because Yuri's font can be pretty hard to read sometimes, let's be perfectly honest with you. But I feel like this is actually a different font for her. But it's still a vanilla poem, so I ain't reading it. Nah!
I'm sorry, I have such terrible handwriting.
Huh? Yuri, this isn't bad at all.
But it took you a long time to read.
Oh, that. It's just that you don't see cursive very often nowadays. It's not unwelcome at all. In fact, it looks rather similar to mine. Also, I liked the poem. Even though it was short, it felt like a picture was being painted in my head. I'm not sure why, but something tells me there's more to this than just ghosts.
You're onto something. That was not about ghosts at all, Hallie.
Okay, I kind of figured as much. One thing, though, the streetlight that it was mentioned in this, you made it sound like it was a safe haven or something. Her eyes light up with her mouth somewhat ajar.
Yes. The person who's being symbolically compared to a ghost is lingering in her last remaining place of comfort.
I want to believe that you could have fit this teensy tiny little bit of text onto this line somehow, possibly by starting the turtle off earlier, but it's okay. A place of comfort. Kind of like the lake she mentioned earlier during our reading session.
To be left with nothing.
I'm sure we all have our own kind of streetlight, whether we know it or not. Streetlight, though, I like that analogy. That's impressive.
It's nothing, really.
Oh, you. I could probably learn a thing or two from you. She then takes a hold of her purple hair and blushes, or slightly blushes.
You think so?
Of course. Oh, they're being adorable. Within the short silence between us, Yuri takes a deep breath before speaking again.
You know, I was really nervous about doing all this, but in the end I enjoyed it. I'm going to keep doing my best for you, Hallie.
A dumb smile forces its way onto my face, and I don't have the willpower to try and stop it. This is too sweet. Thank you, Yuri. And I'm glad I got to be your reading partner today. My face hurts a little bit from the burning that is happening, and I'm sure Yuri feels the same way. It looks like she's gripping her hair a little bit harder and her rosy colors invaded her cheeks.
Thank you, too.
I can't help but admire how the pink on her face complements her hair color, but something tells me it's about time for the club meeting to be over. Turning away from Yuri, I look at the clock above me. 3:52 p.m. Yep, it's almost time to head out. I wonder if we get to leave on our own volition or if Monica has to excuse us, since she is president and all. I have talked with everyone here, so it looks like I am the one stuck with nothing to do now. May as well take a seat. Once I sit down, I glance around the room. To my left, I see Sayori and Monica happily chatting. My eyes land on Yuri and Natsuki to my right. Looks like they're sharing poems right now. Yuri appears to still be in a good mood, while Natsuki's face shows frustration? Maybe it's best if I don't stare at them. That's something my mom always got at me about. Hey, wait a second. Now that I think about it. What was the name of the book that you're... Wait, huh? What was that about?